Okie dokie, today I'm talking about the repressible operon again. This time though, with tryptophan. This is a repressible operon example that is kind of commonly used, and so we're going to work our way through it. So remember, we have our regulatory gene that's going to make our inactive repressor protein. But that can't bind to the operator right now because it hasn't had that conformational change to bind to the operator. And so RNA polymerase is going to be doing its thing. It's making more DNA. It's going through, and it's kicking out tryptophan. Trp, Trp. Let's say those are circles. Well, eventually we're going to have enough tryptophan to where it's going to bind to our inactive repressor protein. This is the co-repressor molecule. And when that binds, it's going to have that conformational change. So we see this little block. If I shade it in, it changes into this triangle shape. And so this triangle shape is going to be able to bind to our operator. So that's what I'm going to draw down here. I have this operator. I'm going to shade in the little triangle at the bottom. There's my tryptophan bound there. And now, if I draw RNA polymerase, then it can't copy because it's being physically blocked by the repressor protein. And so now we don't have any more TRP being made because we had enough of it. But maybe this TRP drops, and then we have low TRP, then the production of it's going to be made. So we make. You can also call it on. And then when there's high TRP, we don't make, no production. So you could say it's off. One thing I also wanted to talk about is we have multiple genes here. So one way I was thinking through this is like in hemoglobin, I think there's 2 or 4 pieces. So we remember in protein structure that you have your primary, secondary, tertiary, and quaternary structures. So if we have quaternary structures, this may be one quaternary structure, this may be another, and this may be another, and it's all 3 that come together to form that one protein. And so finishing that thought out, so when we're thinking about proteins and like just being aware of all these biological concepts that kind of work together and overlap into one. And so that's kind of a repressible protein. Just remember, it's always on and it gets turned off. And I hope that was helpful.